there's been a recent surge of like not even just D&D shows, but just shows in general making their way onto Twitch and YouTube. I'm talking like people replicating game shows, talk shows, full-on productions, like episodic series and all that sort of stuff. So you guys doing over your thing over at Dice Legenz, kind of tackling it from that sort of TV production thing and
Yeah.
onto the live streaming platform, I think that's going to be a lot more common in the future. And you guys getting the head start, that's huge.
Well,
Like that's going to be huge. Go for it.
Yeah, look, I think that's exactly right, because I think it's a completely different financial model if you think of it. If we're talking about TV, you have to understand that they talk about the TV industry. It is an industry. It's not an art form, it's an industry. And industry means you make a product that you sell to someone. That's what an industry is, right? So the TV industry is all about, you make a show, which is your product, and then you sell it to someone which is the TV broadcaster. That's the basics of the TV industry. Now, what we're doing, what you're doing, and what I'm doing, and what we're doing right now is a totally different model. So the question that arises is how do people create content and be able to live off of it? How do you make a living off of doing this thing that we love? And I think that this streaming model is incredible because the people that enjoy the show directly contribute to the show in a way that you don't see in any other platform. Like, no matter how much I love a show, let's use the example of The Mandalorian, all right?
Yeah.
Just to pull out a show that most people that are watching this have seen. I really enjoyed The Mandalorian. I loved it.
Really, really good.
But I haven't contacted the producer of the show and said, hey, take some money from me, right? You know? I haven't gone out of my way or like any
Even
other show.
Another thing of just like, hey, producer of The Mandalorian, or the person who plays The Mandalorian themselves, hey, come on to my show or whatever, right? It's not really it's not too much of a thing, right? Like, how do you contact them?
Yeah.
I don't know. Go for
Yes.
it.
And one of the things I find, like I know that you had this on your stream and we've had on our stream, is that people are so generous in this space, right? People will give their money to buy other people that they don't know subscriptions just because they want other people to have the same experience of loving the show that they have. I mean, where on earth do we encounter that?
It's becoming a lot more this is more on content creation on websites like, you know, TikTok, Twitter, whatever it may be. But this is now just becoming more and more of a thing because of, I think, the live streaming platforms of like Twitch and YouTube making it more of a thing as we sort of go about, which is that's crazy.
I think it's amazing. Like, in comparison, people will happily pirate a movie, right?
Yeah.
A movie that they love, that they really enjoy, they'll happily pirate it, you know, saying, oh, well, you know, the show's got millions of dollars of budget, it's not going to hurt them. But here we are, we're these small little content creators, and people voluntarily give us their money to support us so that we can create it. I think it's just a beautiful thing. And so it's one of the differences between the TV world and streaming that I think is awesome. And I think it's going to lead, as you say, to game shows and a whole bunch of other things that were never originally conceived as being able to be in these spaces.
And you're gonna be able to, and again, it's not even just gonna be a thing of like, okay, maybe it's like one or two people doing it. You turn on Twitch, you see tons and tons of people sort of viewing it, right? And it's only gonna get bigger, But